So, as the Royal Council begins to commence, Adelheid gets a bit of a quizzical look. Aren't we forgetting Keefe? Cricket's chirp.
All my drugs. I thought I saw servants going to speak with her.
As did I. Don't know what's taking them so long.
He grabs a handbell and just begins ringing it. A servant from behind him comes forward. Would you please bring Miss Akifi into the bar council? Yes, sir. He leaves and goes on his way. Well, I was hoping that we'd begin the bar council immediately, but we're going to have to be waiting for her now. Sometime later. Not really.
5 minutes later. Or however that goes.
30 seconds later. Miss Akifi, are you quite done with your dusting?
I can get the rest after whatever's going on. What is it?
The Lord Adelheid Silberhleet what the hell? Has requested that we have another War Council meeting.
I'll be there post haste.
Yes, quite. Concerning the dirt, is there a reason why you're doing this?
I made the mess. I made a mess. I'm cleaning the mess.
He looks at the mess that you made, and he also notices that while you were walking, you also left several grieve prints behind that were covered in dust and or covered in dirt, and they all make really nice footprints towards your location.
God damn it.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning for a while after this. I know.
Quite. Please hurry. The Lord is waiting.
As I said, I'll be post haste.
And fast forward time. Okay, and keep his
That's
turn.
so long. Ah, there she is.
Glad that you could join us, Keefy.
Well, maybe if someone actually told me before now, I would have been here on time.
You mean nobody told you?
That's precisely what I said.
That's curious.
That quite indeed is. Were you perhaps doing anything nefarious, Akifi?
All I was doing was cleaning a mess I had made.
You made a mess?
Don't worry about it. It's completely. It doesn't. It's no big deal.
All right, but I'd be more inquisitive about this. But we have a bigger problem on our hands.
I figured as such.
It's like, wait, what?
It's like, is this another fucking thing on my plate?
like freaking Adelheid in bed. I hate being a leader.
Mm-hmm. It's like, why? What is this emergency that I was informed of anyway? These are highly irregular situations as they are.
And at this hour, no doubt.
Well, we have just received word from, well, now permanently our operative and spy, Kiontak Maktira.
Permanently?
All Vine and Quinn just together at the same time.
Yes. I will have to explain that later, but for now, it seems that Clea of Solace might have us on our radar.
Quinn stands up. What? And darts to Kion. Kion!
Kion,
What is this?
as you can see, Kion has both of his arms, and he is leaning back on his chair with his feet, just on the table.
Yep.
Why are you...
What is this all about? Kion?
He holds his hand up. Let Lord finish.
Apologies. Continue, I'll hide.
According to what Kion had reported, he had been declared a traitor to the crown of Clea of Solace.
Such accusations don't come like anywhere.
Traitor?
I know, Quinn. So stupid.
Yes. With that being said, there is the issue of, operatives from Clea of Solace likely coming to, attack. In addition
Who
to
is-
potentially armies.
Who is this? Adeline?
Yes. Sorry, background noises.
Not hearing them currently. It's no worries.
Hermes?
All Vine just sighs hard. They're not going to let an operative of his rank just run freely. People will come for him. And
Akifi's
anyone
eyes
in his way.
Akifi's eyes narrow and her hand grips her sword as if instinctually.
Kion, what is this about? Armies? You being a traitor? What? Is there something you're not telling me?
Things may have gone a bit from bad to worse back at home.
Why don't you enlighten me then? A great operative. I know we
Yeah,
haven't had time to chat.
He wags his finger at you. Ex-operative.
You really want me to slug you right now?
I do not believe now is the time for semantics. This is very serious, Kion.
What? Next thing you're gonna tell me that
Sorry for the background
What?
noise.
No
It's fine.
Don't worry, I find it amusing.
It's cute.
What? What the hell's with that look? Almost like you've known this for... Almost like you've known this is gonna happen. How long are you gonna keep me in the complete dark, Kion?
It's the fact that you were in the complete dark. That things are probably in the best case scenario right now.
Best case? You're excommunicated.
Yep,
Excommunicated, Kion!
but here's the thing. You ain't.
What?
Right now, our entire country's after the Silver Lead Castle. Every single one of us.
Kion,
All of us.
in your reports, have you made any mention whatsoever of myself, Catherine, or Dimdoria? Any mention at all?
Prior to us being allies, I may have fibbed a little bit, or sorry, I may have sung a little bit.
That's not going to make this any easier. If they know that agents are here, they'll just send that much more of a force against you.
Mm-hmm. As much, but at the same time, I didn't really expect us to become allies that quickly. And
It's understandable. It's just something to note that whatever team comes for you, it's going to be keeping us in mind. It won't just be a single operative.
It'll be legions.
Well, the first wave may just be a small team, and if that doesn't work, we may have a big fight on our hands. If your organization is anything like ours when it comes to dealing with those who've gone astray, the more you struggle, the harder they fight.
Little Munchkin, I really wish you were right.
I don't know if it'll work, but what if we were to if we can get a time frame of when they arrive? What if we were to stage it so it looks like we dealt with him ourselves, just to set up a fake body?
That's not the problem.
Get in with the body being hung from the gate.
He said that it's not just him, they're after us. All of us. Except for Quinn, oddly enough.
With a move like this, there's no way it would be neat enough to avoid any possible. It seems like that's a sloppy move on their end.
The thing is, right now, they might be thinking about, well, getting someone else with similar skill sets to replace a traitor up in the higher ranks.
What? Are you telling me that you have a kill order? I have a kill order on you.
We could use this to buy us some time.
I'm not saying that you do right now, but considering the time spans, you'll be getting one in, well, tomorrow morning.
So trying to use you somehow. Maybe that can be with our advantage.
Let's if we were to make it seem like what would happen if we were to make it appear as if Quinn here did go through with it, but in reality didn't.
I don't know. That involves fooling some very talented eyes.
We would need someone who would take someone being able to make some fake head look exactly like Kion's head, so he could send back.
That would take a very talented necromancer. I don't think we have one or know one of those.
I never said an actual body.
Yes, but even so much of a head.
I'm not sure even that would be enough.
They ain't that stupid.
It could buy would it buy time, however?
Well, the downside is that if the kid does that and deliver a fake head of mine, granted, it'd be really hard to emulate this kind of perfection. But with that being said, but with that being said, if he does do that, that puts our old kid in the hot seat as well.
I mean,
A whole
When I
lot
s-
sooner.
when I see it though, if they do come after us, they're gonna keep. And as our other agent said, they just keep coming regardless. Well, there's
No,
no way they'd be able to pull it off so neatly that they could avoid the one they seek to getting put at risk at the same time. So
And that's why I said that. That's why, little Munchkin. That's why I wish that you were right. But they're a whole lot smarter than that.
This.
Let's put it this way. If in the rulers were part of a ranking system, someone like me is just 2 ranks below him.
So you were that high up, huh?
Y'all really think that they'll send us a puny force as a warm-up crew?
There are only thousands.
Do you think that they intend to take the castle immediately?
And in the end, who knows? It might be because of, perhaps a little bit of an expansionist policy that may or may not have started rather recently.
What? How many things are you keeping from me, Kion?
It ain't something, like I said, that started rather recently.
That's
Why
not a
would they
fucking
be taking
excuse?
aggressive expansion in this region? Isn't this pretty far away from Leon Solmus? Why here? Why now?
yeah, didn't one of you say that the puppet that the Biblios was using came from that area?
Yes, about that. I've been suspecting for a while now that it could very well be that Cleum Solus is compromised with fiends. Ever since the exile of Dimdoria, we've been hearing more and more reports of strange activity, but yet nothing was confirmed. However, now, with even this, I'm beginning to wonder, because with Biblios having shown up there 7 years ago, I fear that maybe he had been building a web there for some time. And now that we know of it, they seek to get rid of us before we can expose them. Or at least that is what I think is happening.
Question, Rita. Does
What's up?
any of this seem familiar to me?
Familiar?
Any of this?
In what regard?
What they're discussing?
Well, you had essentially like read part of it in the letter, but there are some things that seem to have essentially like came from previous letters that Kion had, because that wasn't exactly the only letter that he had in stable.
But more. So there's nothing that comes to any of this circumstance that evokes feelings from, or things
Granted,
I've
this is
seen
conjecture from all of mine.
from before. That's what I'm asking.
From before?
Mhm.
Yeah, might want to like explain that real quick because
From my background as a rogue.
Hold on, wait, be right back.
Okay. We interrupt your regular scheduled D&D with Puppy.
No, with Poppy expansion pack.
Free DLC.
New language, dog speak.
Honestly,
The only cost is time, sweat, and tears. And
Honestly-
very little blood.
I think Quinn's gonna take a level of exhaustion from not sleeping because he's just fucking furious at this.
Turn now. It's
He's-
your turn now.
He's boiling.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. You took your exhaustion. Now it's my turn to take exhaustion. We're setting off tomorrow, so I'm gonna be exhausted for the fucking first travel day fun.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is just
well, and
all the more reason we're gonna have to hurry. the field trip is gonna have to move. They're gonna have to hustle.
Mhm.
Probably move at a
moving
fast
tomorrow.
pace.
Definitely moving tomorrow.
Well, a field trip as a would be when the armors are done.
Oh, that's right. They got to wait. Well, they might not get to wait. We don't have that luxury.
Mhm. Or then they'd have to like catch, the main party later. But once the armors are finished.
Yeah, that's 2 days. We don't have that kind of time.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Poppers.
Well, we're talking about how the armors are going to take 2 days. However, we
Yes,
don't
we don't
have
have-
that kind of time.
Or rather, we don't know how much time we have. All we know is that, according to Dama, we had 2 weeks, I believe we said. And
Yes, but
travel
that's
time
for
is
strength. That's
Mhm.
not this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna.
Although
Yeah,
Olivine's going to
okay.
have a bit of a talk with Jammer after this. See if he
Anyway,
knows
I was-
anything.
I was just asking if my past as a rogue could get me some insight as to anything that's happening here.
Let's see here. Unfortunately, not in this case. Here's what I'd
Right.
say. If you had like a background in military tactics, I'd be able to give you something.
Okay. But I probably
I was gonna say something, but then I spaced it.
You spaced it?
Yeah, I blanked it. I blanked out.
Oh, okay, I get it.
He derped.
keep you might have a background in military
s-
tactics. Huh?
A background in City Watch,
Okay. All right
which
then.
in this case is being done as like
Okay, here.
she.
Here, I'm going to make a couple of rolls, and I want Akifi. I want you to roll survival.
Survival.
Okay, I heard 1d20 plus. That's what I'm gonna have to check because
Oh, but before I forget, with advantage.
okay, where the hell is survival anyway? Here.
Quinn,
I
also Quinn.
Ah.
Quinn, in your case, I'll roll survival with just straight.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a 9.
Um,
I'm gonna use a point of inspiration. Or no, I'm gonna use 2 points of inspiration to auto credit. 29.
I think I did this right. Nope.
You idiot. The KH1 is after the 2d20.
Well,
Did you?
yeah,
No, I said after the 2d20, not after the +1.
oops.
Where did you type it, Fibes?
What? I said I auto credit.
Oh right, sorry.
Good job.
Yeah,
Wait, what's
it's
it?
survival.
Man
Yeah,
uses
it's survival.
Man uses a gun to rob a Texas convenience store. Man was shot by every customer inside the store.
18.
That's expected. Just saying.
Okay, yeah,
Remember
it would
it.
be an 18 with this.
2d20, each one.
Okay, so that's an
So
18.
Good job.
Okay. Don't forget the skill experience, by the way, Fibes.
I added it. I need 3 more to be expertise in survival.
Okay.
Nice.
So, in regards with Olivine, would there
what's
be
that?
anything she might be able to glean insight into as far as trying to take out a target in a castle like this? Like, what sort of force might be needed if they were to do a hit?
Okay. I'll here. This will be explained real quick. Okay, Akifi, you after like thinking about the tactics that you had to employ while you were in Tygus' mercenary group. Oftentimes it would be better to send infiltration teams in to get rid of specific targets rather than to like go for a full siege, because a full siege would put a heavy disadvantage on the army that's performing the siege.
based on my experiences in the Tigus mercenary group, I'd say they're most likely to send infiltration units in before anything else.
Assassins.
Hmm.
Assassins, eyes and ears, so on and so forth.
Confidence nods his head. That seems very, very reasonable. I'm sure, but I'm certain that if they do anything more than that, it wouldn't be. Oh, for fuck's sake! Hold on, be right back.
What I'm
Doggo.
thinking is keep a special eye. on
Yummy, yummy.
everyone who- What?
Crackling.
Yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. And keep you off the crackle storms back.
Check 1, 2.
There you go.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is keep an eye on the gate watcher, on the gatekeepers, and any who work with food, or go anywhere near the bedrooms.
Sounds like we're gonna need a Catherine on duty.
Okay,
Good thing we have
for
one.
fuck's sake, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Puppy's
Puppy's getting in trouble.
definitely. Come on. Well, you take that care of that.
Gatekeepers, because you don't need to siege something if you can just replace a gatekeeper and have the gatekeeper open the gate when ready.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to look at your devices sometime.
Mm-hmm.
This keeps happening.
I kind of want to have a scene with Catherine because this. Jesus Christ.
Let's see that.
Right now, Captain and Keelan are gonna be the best defense against what we're likely to face.
Exactly.
Catherine Kiln. It wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly, for all of us to stay behind as an extra pair of eyes against this sort of deal.
Ideally, that would be optimal. However, my character has to go.
Yeah.
My character has all the information.
She needs to
She
go.
knows where this is.
Yeah.
Information can be passed on.
We also need Olivan because she has all of the information that House Doria has, and we need an Doria agent with us.
Okay, yeah.
And
forgot about
plus-
that detail.
You're gonna need eyes to watch the party as it's traveling. My character's gonna be on guard duty 24/7.
As
I
will
wouldn't say
Quinn probably.
24/7 because then you're gonna be great for the first day, but then
Well, as much as humanly possible.
okay, I was gonna say
Have you ever tried doing 13 night shifts in a row?
no.
Don't.
I'm gonna guess it's basically murder.
By the 8th night, you're usually just you're seeing movements.
Guess it is becoming nocturnal at that point.
I
Okay,
was
back
for
for
three. I was for 3.5 years.
Okay, what I missed?
Hi.
Alright,
Welcome
nice.
back.
We were just discussing.
Yeah, puppy did a poopy.
Poopy puppy. Poop puppy.
Yeah, he's hanging out in the backyard now.
For unbeknownst reasons.
Just in case he does another poopy again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
What was
yeah,
that last
I
thing?
completely forgot what I was saying.
Hmm.
Like, what were we talking about?
We're talking-
Oh wait,
we were
confidence was
discussing-
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my script?
Where's my script?
Alright, there it is.
Confidence shuffling through paper. Where's my script?
Okay, so confidence goes ahead and mentions, yes, they'd likely send leagues of assassins, perhaps. If they send anything more, then it's not really just to get rid of Operative McTeer, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Sostos just goes, and just slowly nods. be against military tactics to send a larger force. If they did send a larger force. And Quinn, you realize that with what you know about how high profile Kion is, they are going to completely ignore just sending in legions of assassins or assassin period, and just send in full force.
Mm-hmm. No. Well... Kion, you know exactly what this means, don't you? There's a Reaper looming over your head. And it's closing in. They're sending an army. For someone like you.
Mm-hmm. Now then, we'll have to ascertain how big is that army. Will they send a full force blown army to try to get a little of me, or will they be using me as an excuse to take over this little old castle?
The answer is yes
Well,
for that.
If you mention of the expansion project, it seems like that this might just be an excuse to get here and to get this castle.
If Clam Solace is compromised,
Yes,
probably suspect what we're up to, and we're also a danger to them.
Yes, I'm quite certain that it's no accident or no coincidence that this is happening immediately after their failure to take this castle, with Biblios here.
How likely would... Wait, did you say static?
Yes,
Yep.
static.
See, the infiltration team already failed. Now they will be sending a force.
Not just any force. It won't just be thousands. It will be a proper conquering force. And since we're talking of the land that I always trusted so much, they won't be any greenhorns either.
Well,
The castle won't stand a chance.
Well, we've got our army's got a bit of our army, or our former army rather, has got other problems. They'll have to pass through 2 different countries and several city-states just to get to us.
So we still got time.
yes, we have the luxury of time. Not much, but some.
The mileage of it, yes.
And let's be honest, I'm pretty sure not a lot of countries will appreciate having an army go through their lands.
There's going to be a lot of political red tape. That will take time.
That being said, what's to say they won't forcibly conscript over into theirs?
Risking war like that is a bad move. They would go through the politics first.
Cleve Solus is already at war. If they were to poke the hornet's nest with 2 other countries, they wouldn't be able to full-fledgedly focus their efforts on us.
Yes, this is going to take diplomatic measures to allow passage.
Speaking of diplomatic,
Measures that we could get in the way of, too.
Speaking of diplomatic measures, how likely is it that we could potentially get the Yamato on our side since they'd be there?
Considering that the Yamato is being run by someone known as a Demon Queen, I'm not sure if I like those odds.
I'd say it's very unlikely too.
Well,
But that being said, just because the queen might be a fiend herself doesn't mean that
I think
play on the same team either.
I think our best bet will be the local city-states, because we know that if they start with us, they won't be finished. They're going to go for each and every one.
We'll just be the starting point.
Yes.
I think it might be worth looking into the Empire regardless.
Can't hurt to look, no, but
Yes, it would be quite the it would be quite the feat to be able to convince the Demon Queen to side with us, given the tales that we've heard of her.
I feel like there's a story to that. And, well, we already have one so-called fiend in our midst.
Yes,
Unless,
who just so happens to be an expert in the Yamato Empire. Funny how that works.
maybe.
Where I would suggest focusing though on when it comes to is keep an eye out on gatekeepers though, or those who man gates and those who go anywhere near the rooms or food areas. 'Cause those are the methods we used back in Tygus to get in.
If anything, concerning that whole assassin thing, Kion pulls out a whole bunch of papers and just throws them onto the table.
We already know how they do it.
The thing is, the way that whole pamphlet ended was inconclusive.
Even she can find a dent in your armor, huh?
And she won't be able to find one even more now that I have my other arm.
Hmm.
Now let's put it this way. If someone like her has this much of a difficulty with me, do you really think that they'd bother with sending puny assassins after me?
Well, there's always a bigger fish in any sort of circumstance.
Yes, that's actually a very good point. They're almost certain to send a force, because a small team is not going to get to you. Not through all of us. And if they're aware of Dimdori agents here on the grounds, that just makes it all the more difficult. Because we're trained at infiltration.
Meanwhile, Marguerite just
We know what to look for, the signs, the risks, the openings.
Might I suggest when it comes to setting up defense, this defense is similar to what was set up outside Poly that slowed all of us down.
Well, you'll probably would need a little druid in the party. And, unfortunately, someone a little bit better than you, Flauren. No offense. None taken.
Yes, however, she'll be coming with us because we'll need to be able to expedite the travel process. And we'll need somebody skilled on the lay of the land for that. Rulu's the perfect person for this.
Adelheid is just sitting down with his elbows on the table, and his hands pretty much massaging his temples. So we'll need to have to do quite a few things then. Strength is still of utmost importance, so that is still unchanged.
Basically.
Mr. Keefe, concerning your mercenary troop, it's not just a want anymore. At this point, we need them.
Yes, I agree completely. We need manpower.
Can I trust you with this?
Akife's face slips into one of extreme concern and worry about leaving, but before slipping back, just as fast. I suppose. Yes, like you can.
Thank you so much. It means so much to me.
Yeah. As much as I hate to leave, because I feel like I wouldn't be not leadership material.
At the very least, you can convince them, I hope.
Yes, and you have Sostos on your side too to help.
I'll certainly do my best.
Adelheid looks around.
We're gonna
Is
take
there-
a few with us. The rest will have to stay behind and guard. Be vigilant.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'd very much
Maybe-
love to.
Kifi doesn't even realize she's emitting lightning, but just discreetly. Just
Marius just kind of
worry.
Marius is just kind of looking at you. You are doing that thing again.
No, I didn't even realize it. The lightning just chisels out like it wasn't there.
I wonder. Mm, Princess Margarita?
Yes?
Let's see here. Vathos actually like looks towards Adelheid proper this time as well. If it's not too much, would it be possible to request from your mother any sorts of reinforcements or advisors or anything?
I honestly have not tried. Vasas would probably know how best to contact
Yes. However, I'm not quite certain if... I'm not quite certain if the goddess Scylla would even have the troops to spare, considering that she's already embroiled in a war with Arcadia Mage.
if at least if some few could join forces with us, then I would be happy.
I shall do the
It
best
would
I
be
can, my
important to
princess.
try.
I shall do
Thank
the best
you.
I can, my princess. Unfortunately,
Thank you.
Unfortunately, one of these things I cannot get. Unfortunately, it's one of these that I cannot guarantee.
Might I suggest at least one of our better casters stay behind to help train any caster troops as well to better bolster our forces? Because if it comes down to it, it wouldn't hurt to up our quality as much as possible.
Yes, that would certainly seem like a good idea. Perhaps teachers, other mercenaries that we can recruit. But one last thing, concerning the Yamato Empire, it's not too far off. Will it be worth it to request an alliance with them?
Well, assuming they go along with it, it'd be more numbers on our side. And in a formal alliance like that might even make them reconsider it for a bit, which would buy even more time.
Ankh-Sekhmet stands up. Miss Ankh-Sekhmet, I wish to be the envoy for the Yamato Empire. Are you sure? Wouldn't Miss Bashotep? No.
Atta girl.
You know, I think I'd be better at talking with them, but you seem kinda... actually... standing up for yourself this time. Yeah. Yeah, my lord, I don't mind if she goes.
I'm just gonna go just walk right between them and pull them both into a hug.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Seki. And we go right back.
Kion like flicks his hat a little bit. Huh. A little bit late.
Huh.
You hear a whole bunch of fluster coming from outside the war room. From a lot of the
What's
servants.
that about?
You hear
What is
some,
that?
You hear some screeching. It sounds like it's coming from a bird.
That yours, Kion?
Nope.
I'm gonna run towards the sound.
Olivine as well is going to investigate this.
As will
Which
Keith.
direction?
As will Quinn.
Which direction?
Towards the south. Okay.
Okay, you got that covered?
Alright then. Let me just copy and paste this.
Never mind. Fuck, there you go.
Ashi Kagebunshi no Jutsu. There you go.
Sounds about right. Hahaha.
Exploding shadow clone. Even better.
No.
Ibago Hatsu no Jutsu.
Okay.
Jutsu, super explosion.
So as soon as you open the doors, something huge and black just flies through the door.
We'd like to try and brace and or catch.
Would like to avoid. Or not move out of its way. If it seems like it's going to crash.
Would like
Olivine's going to take aim and follow it, but wait
I'd like
see
to
what it
activate
does.
an instance of. I'd like to use an instance of Sonic Boom.
Okay, there we go.
Can I?
You like to brace?
And or
What is
catch,
the
I said.
pistol warning saying? Is it lit up?
Hold on
I
first.
have it on me too, yeah.
And okay, that's it's supposed to be bigger than that.
That's a big bird.
This
That's
big
what I
bird, this big
figured.
boy flies in and just perches onto the table.
Does Olivine
Okay.
recognize this bird?
It's a giant eagle. It's
What?
I'm not even going to give you guys the
No.
freaking nature roll for that. It's like a low CR. I'm not even gonna bother.
It's pretty obvious what it is.
Yep.
Can I roll for further details about this creature?
I would like to roll insight on the giant bird.
Like inside check the bird.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not
Sure.
even going to.
Okay.
You know,
Insight.
I'm gonna insight this.
12.
Can I notice? Do I notice anything about the bird? Like, does Dendoria operate with giant birds?
Can I fish?
Nope. Dimdoria typically operates with smaller creatures.
Yeah.
I would like to roll.
Nature, not critical hits.
What? Sure.
I would like to roll perception to try and see if it has any
wasn't
parchment tied to its legs.
Olivine will
Just-
too.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch what you said. By the way, Fibes. What?
I'd like to roll perception to see if there's any parchment tied to either of its legs.
Okay. Go ahead.
Olivine will do the
wait,
same.
can I fish? Oh, I got it. Gosh dang it, Emmy.
What?
I'd like to
Hey,
roll
look!
insight to-
You avoided that one.
and I'd like to roll insight to see if anything seems off about this bird.
Boyd.
I'm gonna sort right up. Nice.
So 25 or 26.
Okay. So yeah. Kion lets out a smirk. Like I said, a little late.
I'm gonna saunter right up to it. I would
It's-
also like to do a perception routine.
It seems to be cleaning itself. Meanwhile, Adelheid is over here, kind of like, it's a giant bird.
Could
Huh.
I perception?
Oh, wait, before I forget. Huh. I had no idea burbs got that big.
Oh, you've no idea about us.
You have no idea.
In before a rock.
I know,
That's
right?
the finest burb I have ever seen.
That's the most finest, magnificent burb that I've ever seen.
before literal phoenix.
I mean, to be fair, he has never seen Huang Yan.
I love this.
So,
Do we claim anything specific in
Oh,
regards
What
to
about
this
so,
bib?
so for further details, this bib, I'm kidding.
Bib?
Okay, this giant eagle. Let's see. It actually has what appears to be breastplate on it.
Fancy.
Mhm.
What do you fancy?
this is a special messenger bird.
Mm,
They really want this message to get here.
yep, and you can also see that it also has a helmet, a helmet on as well.
Oh,
On let's see here. On its let's see here. You notice also on the right side of its breastplate, it seems to show something that seems like an openable compartment.
Olivine will collect the parchment.
could I make an investigation check before you do that?
Do what? Sorry.
Could I make an investigation check before you do that? Just
Sure.
check to see if there's any, just in case there's a little unfriendly gift. Let's see.
How does our inquisitive rogue not think to investigate it first?
Because it's very unlikely that it's a bomb.
I mean,
15.
it's never a bad idea to check.
I mean that there's a fine line between cautious and paranoid.
In certain times like this, it's better to be paranoid than cautious.
Maybe. All right. Oh, by the way, rocks fall, everyone dies.
Bird explodes, everyone dies.
Oh, let me.
The bird's
let me-
secretly wearing a
End of-
nuclear bomb.
End of Kiecross, GG.
GG.
Let me-
Okay, seriously though then. Wait, investigation check. Do you actually investigate the bib? I swear it's fun to say that.
Bib.
Bib. Saying the way Vato says it is really fun.
Yes. Biob. Bioib.
Bib.
Okay.
Bad.
You investigate the giant eagle, and while looking through it to check and see if there's anything less than friendly on it, other than the fact that it's a giant eagle, and those aren't exactly the most friendly things in the world. You also notice that it has an insignia on
You
the
cut out
on
that. It has a.
it has an insignia on its left side. Typically, if it were a human wearing this, that would be around roughly where the heart would be,
Huh.
Alright.
right over its heart.
I relate that.
Quinn,
Can Olivine take a look at this symbol? Does it
Quinn-
look like it's a scrying symbol?
and
Or something to send a message?
okay, and Quinn, you immediately recognize that it is the emblem of Cleve Solis' spy corps.
This is what you meant, huh, Kyon?
A little bit late, honestly. I was kind of surprised that he came at all, considering it's either on time or never.
Ma would like to make an Arcana check from where she's sitting.
And did while she does that, does Olivine have the piece of paper? Like, did she fetch it already? Or the compartment, whatever?
Wah, wah.
I'd like to roll Arcana on that symbol also.
Alright,
With,
cool.
I mean,
Let me check real quick.
okay, that's 11.
Okay.
Olive, the paper on her.
24.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting for the DM to say.
I'm waiting for rolls to happen. Okay. Akifi, yeah. Glyph doesn't really mean much to you other than the fact that it looks weird, and it looks somewhat like Cleve Solis' general insignia, but just different. Yeah, like, several things are off about it. But anyway, down to what is it? To Olivine. You were able to take the parchment without any troubles. And you read it. It says, I probably should have just copy pasted this. Fuck it.
Good job.
Did my Arcana check show me anything in regards to this emblem?
Nope.
Anything off about it?
Nothing off about it. Just that basically the same thing that Akifi got, wherein it looks like the emblem of Clea of Solus, just off by a little bit. You assume that it must be like a specific division of Clea of Solus.
Interesting. Not all's well on the home front, by the looks of it.
Quinn just closes his eyes and stays quiet.
Alright then. The note.
Olivine will read the note out loud.
Alright then. It says, no need for secrets or pleasantries this time. Kyon, Quinn. It seems that the king and queen have been replaced. We will try our best to continue the deception against the fake ones somehow. Most likely, we will have to march against you at Tiberleet Castle. If we do, give us a signal, and we will defect. Signed, Karia, Edward, Agnes.
I would like to roll insight against the letter.
Insight check the paper.
Quinn,
Alright.
after Quinn makes sure that that's all of it, he opens his eyes back up and turns to Olivine. Give me the
Sometimes
parchment.
I hate being right. And she passes the paper over.
Ah,
I would like to make a roll to figure out if this is genuinely written by Agnes Edward, by Agnes Quinn, Edward Scuttlebutt, and Karia Vanches. That this is genuinely not modified, not altered, and not written by someone else.
Alright then. Alright then. Go ahead. Go roll investigation.
Investigation is intelligence, I believe.
Yes.
Could
I'm
Olivine
gonna use
also
2 more
speak-
points of inspiration to autocredit.
alright, Ian.
Okay. Well,
Never mind.
That's a normal.
that gives some help. All right, go for it.
I autocredit.
That's a normal.
Mhm.
Just
What's
checking.
the total? I mean, is what I'm asking.
Oh, total. Total is for investigation. That would be 26.
26.
Olivine is going to investigate the paper to see if there's any hidden messages within the message.
I'm gonna help you so you get advantage.
Okay, investigation 26.
So that's double advantage then.
Okay. While Olivine is looking through the paper to check and see if there's anything hidden, like with invisible ink or anything, she finds nothing, even with the help of Ashi. Quinn tries to take a look at the paper to try to make sure that there's no forgeries or funny business happening.
Roll a 34, by the way.
Yep.
For whatever that's worth.
Yep. Let me put it this way: you could have rolled that one and passed.
Really?
Hey, my modifier's high, I know, but come on.
Yeah, man.
Because if this
Never
is
be
true-
too safe.
And even then, your minimum roll would have been 25.
Hey,
This-
you never know. There could have been a 30.
Yes, Quinn.
Gotcha. But anyway, so yeah, you guys are beginning to get me. I really like having DCs that are divisible to 5.
Yeah, Jam.
Anyway, Quinn, as he looks through the piece of parchment, he gets a bit annoyed and then like looks towards the bird. And he notices that the other side of the bird has an openable compartment
What is this?
in its breastplate.
Also gonna check that one for traps.
Quinn's just going to open it without investigation. Rolling his
Can I do it?
investigation.
Can I do
Olivine's
it
gonna
fast?
actually investigate the bird's armor to see if it might have any dents in it, like it might have been attacked.
Order operations. Am I fast enough to do it before you check it?
Let's see here. Basically, when you investigate it, it's gonna be it's going to happen at the exact same time that Quinn is going to open it. You can still roll for it.
11.
No, you don't see any traps. Olivine, investigation as well.
I'm a bad rogue, I'm sorry. Alright.
— 25.
Okay, 25.
Is its armor scuffed in any way?
Let's see here. Look around and, well, other than what seems to be other than like maybe a few hits, doesn't seem like much of anything. From what you can surmise, it seems that this bird might have just flown through a hailstorm.
Huh.
Alright, so it wasn't attacked. It just been through some weather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's but plus you can tell like on the desk it is just dripping water.
Probably would have been good to notice that.
Poor Adelheid.
So
Anyway,
anyway, get that bird.
so-
Oh.
Without any hesitation, Quinn's just going to like scramble for the other compartment. Under normal circumstances, he might roll investigation. Not here, though. And it's probably going to bite me in the ass someday. But I don't care because it's how we do things.
I can't spell shit.
Well, we found out the letter was genuine, so this probably is too.
It's spelled S-H-I-T.
Apparently.
Shit!
Well, you know how you spell relief? F-A-R-T.
Didn't quite catch you said that.
No,
You know
it's-
how you spell relief? F-A-R-T.
F.
Emily, come on. Come on, stop derping.
Relief.
Took me a second.
Anyway,
Fuck
so
you.
you open the container and you see three things that are familiar to you.
What are they?
You see you see three separate rings. One of which has what seems to be a black pearl. Another ring has a what's the mineral called again? Oh wait, this one is, oh gotcha. Okay. You see one with a another one with a brass band. And this one
Okay.
has an onset of what seems to be zirconium. And,
Zirconium?
yes.
Alright.
And you see a last ring, which is a full gold ring with multiple diamonds embedded into it.
Signet rings.
Families.
I take it this means something to you, Quinn?
Hmm.
Perhaps a confirmation?
Would it?
Yep. One is a ring of physical resistance. That is something that Agnes wore a lot.
Ring of physical. I would have needed that shit!
Seeing,
Fucking.
I imagine that.
Fucking Agnes.
I'm just gonna just.
Okay,
Okay.
ring of physical resistance?
Okay, here. I'm going to like send it to you guys once I finish like explaining.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
The next one, the one with the black pearl is called the Ring of Power. This is something that is only gifted to the court mage of the court mage of Clea of Solus. Edward wore it.
Right.
The last one, the gold ring with multiple diamond embeds, is called a ring of foreboding. It's something that helped Kari out a lot throughout his career in the Spy Corps.
Can we have Nefertang identify them just to make sure that that's what they are?
I'd imagine that I'd probably just like I've seen them enough to recognize them as genuine, but.
All right. Do you want to be asked, Nefertang?
Mara's just quickly.
Nefertang, could you take a look at these rings, just to ensure they are in fact genuine? Can never be too safe.
Very well. May I see them?
Olivine would then pass them across the table.
Okay. She takes out her necklace proper and holds onto the pearl. She begins doing a bit of chanting, and after about half a minute, she finishes. These are rather powerful magical items, but yes, one is a ring of physical resistance, one is a ring of power, and one is a ring of foreboding.
Do those rings?
Olivine then looks to Quinn. So I take it these are the genuine article then. This message is genuine.
Oh, also, you also look at the compartment again, and it seems as though there's like a scrap of paper stuck in it. What does Queen do? Or does anyone else do?
Olivine will collect the paper and then read that too.
Okay, you read it, and it shows in common in pretty bad handwriting. Basically, the handwriting that you'd see doctors use. Haha, shots.
Shot stock.
What does it say? What's it say?
Okay, it says, "All right, hold on to these for us, okay? Once we go to your side, we'll get them back. Okay, please do not lose them. I will shoot you if you lose my ring."
Olivine just laughs. I take it maybe you should hold on to these then.
Does Quinn see that?
Yes.
Olivine just read it. And then handed
out loud?
Quinn the
Okay.
paper. Yeah. After laughing pretty well at that, she hands the paper to Quinn. A friend of yours, I take it?
However you want to interpret that.
And then at the back of it,
yes.
and then and Quinn, you look at the back of it, and it says, "No, seriously, I will shoot you."
Yes. Just crunches up the paper basically in his fist.
I see a little bit of emotion there. Are you all right, Sir Quinn?
Who was that?
Nefertunk. She's just has her eyes closed and just like forcing a smile, because she can tell that you're a bit distressed.
Quinn forces the most sarcastic wide smile, because really like uncharacteristic for him. Turns to Nefertunk like a rusty spring, basically, and just says to them, "What are you on about? Haven't you ever been shot through the chest with a shotgun before?"
That would seem rather unpleasant. Although, to be fair, I did take a bone spear through the chest.
Then you know my pain.
All of mine just giving Quinn just the most. What the fuck are you on about? Look.
Yes, but the cult inventor, Agnes Kewin, the court mage, Edward Scuttlebot, and the person I respect the most out of anyone in the Cleve Solus Spy Corps, Coryavanchis. This message and these rings, there is no doubt. It is from them. And the message is genuine, as are the rings.
Well, at least then we know that they are aware that the upper hierarchy is compromised. So at least we have the spy corps on our side.
Some.
Part of it.
Anyways, yes.
Who shall hold onto these rings? I can have them for safekeeping.
I think you should hold on to Agnes's ring. I don't think you really want to lose that one in particular.
Do we have
Oh,
anyone
I
here
just
who knows
grinned.
resurrection? Kind of like sends a glance at Kyon, just kind of like a very tired, exasperated, the driest humor you've ever heard.
Well, considering
Well,
considering that we have some clerics and paladins over here, who may or may not be able to cast Revivify, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
Quinn sighs and Kyon knows exactly why.
Come on, kid. A little death never did kill ya.
Ring of
Oh.
foreboding. What is that?
A death has killed me quite many times. Former Agent MacTier. I was just revived every single time.
Yep, so that means you're still alive. Nothing to worry about.
What precisely do each of these rings do? The physical resistance is obvious.
I remember what two of them do, but would I remember what all three of them do?
I'll put descriptions down to whoever grabs the others.
Sure.
But yeah, you have to
Well-
think about it, you have to think about it based on the name and based on who wore them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The ring of power belonged to the court mage, Edward Scuttlebot. The ring of foreboding was worn by one of the highest ranking operatives of the Spy Corps in Cleve Solus.
well,
I'm curious what that does.
Now I'm back, Papa.
Welcome back.
Olivine.
Yes.
Well, I suppose both me and you will be heading for the search of the weapon.
Yes, I would imagine. I know
Me too.
where we're going. I know who has it, or at least who has it. So, questions to be asked.
Yes. In fact, you too, Ashi.
Of course. It's my
My
mission too.
My recommendation is that someone here, someone very observant who stays behind, shall wear the Ring of Foreboding. It helps our awareness and, well, countermeasures significantly.
Perhaps a certain parchment lever. If I had to give my sense.
One thing I would
Yes?
like to mention.
Quinn,
We have ascertained, yes, that these are the genuine article that was sent by your comrades, yes?
Once I trust immaculately, yes.
However, are we so certain that this is not also part of the plan?
Quinn grows quiet for a moment.
Perhaps in sending these gifts, they will influence us in a way that is conducive.
This is concerning because if that's the case, that means that your 3 friends, they've already gotten to them. Or the case may be, they may no longer be.
If the king and queen are compromised, that may very well be the chance.
Anyone might be.
I'd like the
do
divine
not say
stat.
to-
Sorry.
I do not say to distrust these gifts, more not get complacent that it is all it is.
I'd like the divine sense them just to be safe.
Go for it. Okay.
Alright.
You cast. Let's see here. You cast Divine Sense. Not necessarily cast, by thrusting your hands forward towards the giant eagle, and you begin to sense nothing.
What about
So
the
they
ring?
are, in fact, what they say they are. The rings are genuine, yes? Nefertunk?
Yes. Very powerful and very rare.
And I'm not picking up anything with divine sense either.
Yes, I don't think we have to worry about these. Although, what it means for them, should the time come for defection, I don't think we should rely on that to be true. You know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
At this point,
You
we're
better
pressed.
divide sense them too.
We're pressed for time. We're
We are.
pressed for manpower,
Um,
and we're pressed for the goals we must achieve. As stupid as this may sound from someone coming from my profession, I trust these gifts.
If you trust them, then I trust them.
Well, right now it seems like we have very little choice.
By the way,
Basically, just keep them at arm's length, I would say.
kid,
Yes, Kion.
with your promotion and with the loss of your bird friend, I think we might have found something that could replace it.
Quinn looks at the giant eagle and kind of just like attempts to like lightly give it a couple screeches under its like neck. You mean this
Margarita just, like-
You mean this fellow?
Kind of fits, don't you think? For someone that's actually beginning to spread his wings.
I've just been sitting at the home nest this whole time. Is that what you're saying?
You're meant for things greater, kid. Prove me wrong that you ain't still a kid.
And prove me wrong, then don't go and fucking die. And I'll do just that.
I'll take y'all up on that wager.
After all, I have a fair bit to bet you now with that 6,000 platinum of a bombshell you just had to drop on me. I hear.
all in the day's work. After all, I was your superior.
So you were. Still got the snark though. What the fuck? I just got a blue screen.
What?
You got a blue screen? What?
Wait, what?
I'm currently seeing a blue screen.
Is not your monitor? Just freaking the fuck out. Okay, well, this sounds like a good place to like end off, perhaps.
No, wait, I know. No, wait, I know what it is. I know what it is. There we go. Okay, never mind. It was okay. There we go.
False alarm.
Yeah. Okay, it wasn't the blue screen. It was just like, it's just a freak out for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Never. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
We're not done just yet.
Mini heart attack over.
Okay. Alright then.
I suppose I will take you up on that offer, and I'll see if I can train this little burb here.
Olivine just kind of looks at the bird skeptically. I don't know about little.
By the way, before I forget, Vathas is over here, and you guys finally notice proper that once he's actually close to all of you, that there is a little friend on his shoulder.
Oh. Quinn kind of turns around and says, "Hey, Vathos, do you think our burb pals could get along fine? Seems like I got a little bit of an upgrade."
It does seem quite that. It does seem quite that way, don't you think? He turns towards his little mockingbird, and it makes an eagle screech.
Does the eagle react in any way? I would like to roll insight on the eagle.
Roll animal handling.
Fuck! I was hoping insight, goddammit. Animal handling 5. $23.
Not bad.
From what you can tell, it looks like it's from what you can tell based on your experience with birds, it looks on it's giving an expression that says either it's surprised or offended.
Hopefully not the latter.
Hey, Vathos. You know what eagles... And you know what kind of burbs eagles are. You know what kind of burbs eagles are. Eagles are, right? Ugh.
I assume based on how they look, they must eat meat. However, I'm certain that your burb would be disciplined enough to not attempt to attack any of us. Wouldn't it?
Well, considering it came from a crazed scientist, a crazed mage, and just a crazed half-elf, I wouldn't be so sure.
It will be fine. It is.
I'm sure.
It's just so terrible.
I'm sure it won't eat. I'm sure it won't eat anyone or anything.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. Did anyone else react to Kiwi's subtle recommendation for Catherine to get the Ring of Foreboding?
Oh, she hinted at Catherine specific.
Didn't hear it.
Olivine was going to mention that.
Yeah, but there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Plus, I wasn't there, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, returning to the rings. Kion, I'd say that there are only two people who should wear this Ring of Foreboding. Either you, with your... By the way, congratulations. While nodding at the arm. The second arm he now has.
Before I forget, Justice ran up behind Olivine and is just admiring the bird.
I would like to take the bird.
Olivine.
Yes.
Do you think it'd be really cool if I could ride that and swing at people?
I think you're too
No.
big even for that.
Does Quinn catch that?
Wait, Justice.
Yes. She's whispering, but she's whispering this loud.
Quinn would look through and kind of put his other arm in front of the hawk, so that kind of to indicate that
There you go.
if he wants to perch on the arm.
Yep.
I really hope you have a lever thing on your arm, otherwise this will hurt like hell.
He does.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
I had a fucking vulture as my previous thing. What the hell do you expect?
He's used to sharp talent.
Vulture versus
Yeah.
eagle in that regard, to be fair, but
No, not just any eagle. Big eagle.
Yeah, and I kind of go to Justice and kind of just bend down a little bit and tell him, "Would you like for that to be the case, Miss Sleepwalker?"
I don't sleepwalk.
Anyway, do you know what the first wait? Hang on. Do you know what the first step into winning an animal's trust is? If you want to do something that you just said.
She slowly raises her greatsword.
Not that.
Oh.
Oh no! You don't cut his head off for that.
Definitely not that.
And
You
Quinn,
don't just beat it to have near death to throw a ball at it.
and Quinn, you can see behind Olivine that Kion is just laughing.
Olivine just reaches up and just smacks Justice in the back of the head.
Yeah. What was that for, Olivine?
While you're
I
doing
would
that,
not
it's something I'd
raise
like
the
to
weapon
try.
at that thing. It might genuinely attack you. It's smart.
Ashi,
Something I
what were
would
you
like
gonna
to
say?
try while you're doing that. In my head, in Asha's head, I was thinking that, I should get attuned to this sort of creature after all. I'm a monk, so I would like to try and channel my key to peer into its mind.
I was trying to be Goku. Okay.
Can you?
Alright then, here's what I want to do. I want you to roll animal handling.
Okay.
Okay, animal
If you
handling is
go-
basically intelligence or wisdom, before I forget.
I believe it's wisdom.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Pretty sure it's with it.
Hey, 16.
Okay. Not. I need to do this now.
I swear to God, if it passes and like Rio says what I think he's gonna say, I'll fucking hate him.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll let you know after the session.
Oh, what'd you roll? Sorry.
16.
Fucking hell. Oh wait. Whoops. I rolled too many times. Okay, never mind. I'll just take this one. Okay, so you press your hand at the back of the back of what? Oh. Okay. And press your hand at the back of its head. It just turns around and just like looks at you. You don't see anything. You don't like see anything in its thoughts or anything currently.
Dang it.
God.
Oh well,
Okay.
worth a try.
Okay. Quinn kind of just curiously looked like, well, did you want to pet it?
Maybe.
It lets out like a screech, like a light screech. You can do that. You can do it later. But Justice, in the duel that you had with, by the way, good job. I'd say that you learned your lesson a little bit. But I did promise you that duel you, right? And the first step is learning on how to handle eagles. So what I want, right? You know, I'm kind of fond of animals, right? You know my whole shtick along.
You are?
I am,
Okay.
and I don't duel people who can't handle animals. So
But
yeah,
that's not fair.
how's not fair?
We can just fight, can't we?
I mean, you could fight. I'm not gonna fight back, and I doubt you'd hate that.
Don't you like that?
You'd want a fair fight, wouldn't you?
You're making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
He's challenging you, is what he's doing. Olivine would then cue in behind her.
Oh.
Quinn kind of perks up behind Olivine and gives Olivine a wink, just like a subtle wink of like
Oh.
good one.
The
And
different
then
kinds of
turns
time.
back to- And then turns back to Justice. Goes like, "What she said.
Okay,
I'm
so
challenging you."
So you're challenging me to be able to take care of a pet. Okay, I know. She just like just jumps over the table, and like Justice?
Yeah, sorry.
Flaring, I need to borrow your pet. You mean Aster? Yes.
Not quite.
She's kind of napping right now, so good. I can take her now, right?
Keith, you just loudly face that.
I
Hmm.
think he's
Yeah?
he's talking about a different animal. A much larger one.
What is
let's see.
it? What is it, Ashi?
How quickly do your Gadish is gonna get scratched?
Okay.
Trust me, if this bird is really from the Kiecross spy corps and from the people that I know, I might just return a favor to Justice for almost lopping me in two.
Okay. At the same time, well, during that time, Justice is like holding on to Aster, and Flowering is just like freaking out, as well as Bella. Oh, a bigger animal. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The horses, right?
Bigger.
May I please have Aster back? Like, that'd be really nice.
Olivine just silently points to the giant eagle.
Hey, Justice. Your first challenge is this little girl here.
Okay, so I smack her, right?
No. Harm her and you fail in my eyes.
Why do you get to
And
make all
you
the
mu-
rules?
Because it's my
his
pet.
bird.
And you're the one who challenged me, so I can place as many stipulations as I want, I'd say.
Fine.
Plus, fighting me would be, I'd reckon you'd like to let some stress go after being thrown around like a rag doll.
And besides, Justice, what chance do you think of fighting Quinn if you can't even defeat the bird?
Exactly. I may not be as strong as, and looks back at confidence, as, Captain Confidence, but I can still hold my own in a fight. If you can't even defeat a scrawny bird like this, then what kind of chance do you think that you'll have against, me?
Like Justice, maybe you should calm down a little bit. I'm
I have
calm.
three.
I'm calm. I'm fine. I'm calm and I'm fine. And I accept your challenge. Justice?
Quinn,
My name is Justice Tsunami and I'm fine!
I'm fine.
Fucking Apollo.
Yep. And Quinn kind of just with the burb perched on now like half of his shoulder and half on his arm. Quinn talks to Justice. I have 3 rules, Justice. No physically, spiritually, or mentally harming this bird, even though you probably can only do one of them.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
2. No, I'm just saying how it is.
Okay. I thought you were making fun of me.
No, don't worry. I wouldn't be a liar. I don't steep that low. 2.
Good, because I don't like liars very much.
Neither do I. The second rule. What do you mean?
I'm talking about Justice.
Oh, right. I misinterpreted that. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Quinn just kind of shoots a stare at him. At her. Right. I'm sure. 2. I want you to befriend this. I want you to befriend this little bird here. To the point where she trusts you unequivocally. And 3. Don't lie or cheat.
How on earth can I cheat with a bird?
Well, let's say you break rule 1 or 2, and then come and tell me that, hey, I befriended her. I'll be able to tell.
Nah, befriending it will be easy. I'll have to just give it a whole bunch of food. I've seen Rula do it.
Quinn kind of just
All of mine just cracks up at this.
Yep.
The subtle nuance just whoosh over Justice's
Yeah.
head.
Yep.
Is help against the rules?
Are you saying that in
only
character?
get 3 conditions, so...
In this case, Ashi, well, let's just say that help is unappreciated.
What?
Well, I'll allow help.
Okay.
And then one more thing, Justice. See what the kid's doing with me right now? You know, just hanging out here on my shoulder and arm.
Yeah.
Well, normally this isn't exactly something that they do when they respect someone, or at least, you know, that they've seen or recognize from before. But normally they just perch on their head at first to kind of understand what they're dealing with. So, wanna give it a shot?
Do what now?
And without like saying anything more, Quinn just walks forward. God damn it. Quinn walks forward with the freaking burb. Yes, I'm doing this. And just kind of leans his hand
Why
forward
the-
on top of Justice's head, and kind of moves his hand a little bit to allow for the eagle to attempt to move on top of her head.
Don't
Yo.
move, Justice.
You'll find
Oh my
out.
God.
Oh yeah, and the one thing's important. Don't make any sudden movements, or it might just caving your skull by accident.
He's not
Okay.
kidding.
Okay. This is easy.
Does it move on top of her head?
He's just like it seems to be just be looking at you quizzically.
Do I know any way of like communicating with it,
Roll animal
or
handling.
like, yeah, okay, I'm going to proc primal focus for this, and use my last point of inspiration. Fuck you.
He's trying to not want to attack Justice's head.
That's why I'm using all of this.
Just to be safe.
25.
Okay. So
I love the 5 inspiration you gave.
worth it. Okay.
Yep, totally worth it.
So you so after a little bit, it manages to just go over here. I'm standing still. Is anything else supposed to happen?
Well, like I said, that's the first step. But considering that you're someone that they, well, that she'd probably like to get to know more, I just told her that you'd probably teach her for I don't know, a couple days. So you'll have to stay with her like that a couple, 2, 3, 4 days maybe.
So I just have to keep her on my head. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
And then once that's done, I don't know, come and find me. We'll talk.
This is boring.
All right, thanks, Justice.
This is boring.
We'll see you again in whenever we meet.
Nobody ever said it was supposed to be fun. That's why it's a challenge.
I don't like this challenge. It's boring.
Just like that. Justice gets burned.
I must say it's quite the look for you.
Hey, DM question. DM question.
What would that be?
Does the giant eagle's weight count against his fucking inventory weight?
Sorry, say again.
Does the giant eagle's weight count against Justice's inventory weight or weight capacity?
Yes, it does.
She currently has it equipped.
And remember, the giant eagle also has armor on.
I know!
Although typically, I believe that tribals of you land creatures would normally use a dead version of it, or at least bones of it, not the actual living thing.
Well, habits change, don't they? I gave her the easy way out.
And then Akenra whispers to Ashi, "Will she be all right?"
Probably.
Olivine just laughs, and then turns to Adelheid. Adelheid,
I'm really glad that we can have this moment. Honestly, considering that everything else has happened.
Right.
The better question is if a bird will be.
And was that a joke from our Iceman over there?
A joke? What are you talking about?
Don't pay her any heed, Vathos. You're absolutely right.
Of course.
This is rigorous training. Where she lost in physical combat, she must now train her mind as well.
I do believe the god of a book that doesn't have pictures.
More so than more than right. Anyhow, I'll be holding on to this, her ring. I'd rather not get shot again. Not with that freaking gun. And Quinn very candidly just puts it in his palm. And does not put it in his pocket, but he just keeps it there.
And then there was one.
Right, the Pearl of Power, or the Ring of Power. That should be fairly obvious. That will go to a spellcaster. A potent one.
What variety of spellcaster though? A paladin or what? Or what?
Would I know any?
I know. I was just saying.
Yeah, in character.
Right. Yeah.
Even though, well, the court mage is quite an expert, or rather a master in wizardry, a spellcaster can wear it. And Quinn looks at Margarita. Wouldn't you like to give it a shot?
Perhaps.
However, the ring is rather potent, and if you were to wear it, I recommend that, and I turn to Vathos, that you stay by her side, even though that's probably just screaming into the well already.
Where's the same?
Okay,
Screaming into the
question.
well. What on earth does that mean? What on Kiecross does that mean? After all, perhaps you mean that I wouldn't be by her side?
It means rather just the opposite. That it's obvious that you will stay by her side.
and what he means by that saying is it's completely unnecessary to ask.
I
Exactly.
see. You land dwellers have the strangest, idioms.
Right back
Question.
at you.
The one I'm more familiar with is preaching to the choir.
Yes, Emmy?
The question is, I don't recall if you described it, but is it any different from the typical Pearl of Power, or does it has the same effect?
Nope, it does not. Okay.
He'll give us the descriptions like
After,
once the
remember?
session's over, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah. With that being said, I think it might be a good time to pause it off over here. Okay, guys?
Yep. Although, the question for Adelheid is, are we dismissed or will we be continuing?
Everyone, okay. Well, so we have our envoy to the Yamato Empire. We have the party setting out to find the weapon strength, and we have Akifi, your party heading out to speak with your old mercenary team.
Alright. Oh, and I almost forgot. Akifi pulls out the copies of the parchments she had. We found it. We found this I found it. Astotep, Nefertank, and I found these in the library while researching.
Nefertank is one step ahead of you, Akifi. Olivine calls out to her.
This must have happened when I was venting, so to speak.
Yes, but you should talk with Nefertank for more information.
Just the information.
I translated them for you and decoded them.
All the information on there would be handy to share to the rest of us, I'd imagine.
I want to be certain before I accidentally give false information.
Alright.
Unfortunately, because of that, it might be a bit slow.
It's better to be safe.
Considering who the source of the information is coming from, most likely, it's hard to say when or if the full information will come out.
As long as we're making progress, that is all that matters at this point. Even though any kind of expedition will be appreciated.
Alright.
How long do I have to stay like this? I'm bored.
4 days. Of course, if you sleep or something that can't stay on your head, if it really trusts you, it'll sleep next to you. If not, then I hope your face has strong skin.
What does that have to do with anything?
You'll find out.
Absolutely nothing at all, Justice. You've nothing to worry about. I'm sure you're adept at
Oh,
that.
Quinny boy!
Who was that?
Someone in the northeast.
Pastadep?
No, northeast.
That would be
I don't
Anissimo.
know.
Oh, well, both of them are in the same fucking direction.
Who calls you Quinny boy? Come
I didn't
on.
remember. I think both of them have called me that.
One of them has called you Quinny, one of them has called you Quinny boy.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And she pantomimes. If you scratch her face, I will kill you.
Quinn gets a sudden realization. Oh fuck.
Alpha just erupts into laughter. Realizes the rock and the hard place Quinn had just put himself in.
It's like, well, actually, and
Actually,
actually, Justice, you can just let it sleep on just any kind of elevated surface. Just make sure it gets exercise during the day. That way, it'll snuff out like a candle during the night.
How can it get exercise while it's on my head?
Simple. You let it fly.
How?
It'll find its way back.
it just has to come back perched. That's all.
Wait. She let's see here. She has 2 fingers on her temples, and she just starts thinking out loud. Wait. So how do I make it fly while it's on my head? Does it carry me then?
It'll let go of you.
It'll just pounce off and spreads its wings, quite literally. Don't worry, it won't rip your scalp off. And
Land creature, are you this stupid? I am not stupid. You certainly seem that way right now.
And Olivine is going to speak into Vathos's mind and say, "Please don't antagonize her. She may not be the brightest, but let's not aggravate her anymore. And thank you."
This is Olive, was it?
Olive just silently nods.
No, he's saying that. He's saying that in his mind as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Yes.
Well,
And to be
persuasion?
fair, you're not that far off the mark.
roll persuasion.
Make sure you're in the right chat for it.
I'm making sure I got my modifier right for what good it'll do. That is a 15, I think. Am I proficient? Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
So that's a 15.
Very well. I am rather curious to see where this is going.
Olivine just in a voice that he can just tell is just dripping with entertainment. I think we all are. And she just gives him a wink.
What is the wink for?
And the whole purpose behind a wink is lost now.
Olivine just shakes her head. Don't worry about it.
He doesn't seem to quite get it. Very well.
Whoosh.
Be a secret.
R/whoosh.
But yeah. Anyway, with that being said, what happened to our heroes next time in the Rondo Kiecross Eternia? Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all later. Bye bye.
See
Well,
ya.
before we go to the about things, would I realistically be able to do some training before going to bed and still get a proper night's sleep?
Yes. You just need 8 hours of sleep. Not
Alright.
8 hours of sleep. You just need 8 hours of sleep plus
Rest.
plus
Okay.
light work and stuff
Gotcha.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because that's what I was planning to do.